Alrighty, y'all ready? I'll never turn the screen on. But it's okay. You can just listen to me. Yakola. Alright, dialysis. With dialysis, what was the fusion first? Oh, mercy. Good. So when what moves? All molecules, right? All molecules are moving from high to low. So dialysis is the movement of the solute from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration. So dialysis is the movement of a solute from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. And again, we're talking about how we're moving things across membranes, and membranes are said to be selectively permeable, okay, or semi-permeable, okay? So cell membranes, we said, were selectively permeable. What did we say could freely cross the lipid bilayer? Good, lipids and gases. So we said lipids and gases could freely cross the membrane, okay? So now we're talking about things like dissolved things, okay? And we're talking about things that are usually small, like your ions. So it says they can dialyze across the membranes, okay? But we know that they're going to be moving through some pore, some channel. But anytime we're talking about the movement of a solute, we're talking about water, we're talking about what's in the water. Good. So dialysis is always referring to the particle that's been dissolved. So osmosis is the diffusion of water through a selectively permeable membrane. So if we were looking at the membrane, we said the membrane has proteins associated with it, and those proteins may have pores. So water would move through a membrane pore that's called aquaporin. So the protein that's actually in the membrane is called aquaporin. Okay, so again, we said cell membranes are selectively permeable. What's the other name that we use that's interchangeable with cell membrane? Good, plasma membrane. It's just a pore that water can move through. Mm-hmm. Can a protein get through there? No. So how do we get a protein across the membrane? How do we get a protein across the membrane? So what? Lovely, Cole. Vesicles. They have to be packaged in vesicles. So if we want the vesicle to, if we want to take a protein inside, what are we going to call that process? Endocytosis. Good. And if we want to get it out, the protein out, exocytosis. Good. What if I wanted to get a specific molecule across the membrane? What am I going to use? Huh? No, specific molecule. What am I using? A what? What has to be on the surface? A receptor. Everybody done with this one? Okay. How many people have taken the quizzes that someone put online? Not me, but good, I know. I've seen, yes. Okay. Yes. I can. All right, it says, in this situation, is water going to move from side A to side B or from side B to side A? Raise your hand, tell me. Yes. Side B to side A, what you say? Side A to side B. How many say side A to side B? How many B's to A? 3 people right in the whole room. Okay. All right, my B to A, somebody explain it to the room.
You have a higher concentration of sugar, and so it's going to attract the water from an area of greater concentration to an area of less concentration.
You just said which one did you pick?
From B to A.
Oh, okay, I see Okay, I see where you went with that. All right. He's saying the high concentration of sugar is going to attract the water. But in essence, the water is going to move on its own to the other side. Why? Because there's less water on the other side. Because we ain't talking about the sugar, we talking about the water. But I understand why you said what you said. Good. Because he's talking about the tonicity of the solution. Okay? Everybody know what I mean by tonicity? Was dissolved, okay? You should know, Anthony. So we're talking about solutions that are, and you too, Tyler, hypertonic solutions. Hypotonic solutions. And isotonic solutions. But we're talking about osmosis. Bottom line is, even if we weren't talking about the tonicity yet, you should have automatically known that there was more water here, because if there's only 10% sugar, we got how much water? 90. Okay, we said osmosis is the movement of who? How does it move? How does it move? High to low. How much water's here? How much water's here? Which way should it go? B to A, high to low. Okay? So everybody immediately went what? Looked at the sugar and messed yourself up. That's the solute. We weren't talking about what? Dialysis through a semi-permeable membrane. We were talking about what? Osmosis through a semi-permeable or selectively permeable membrane. All right? All right, so 3 terms that I gave you over there. Hypertonic. Hypertonic solutions. Now, this is very important. When you are making your definitions, always include in that definition the complete comparison. So we're going to say a hypertonic solution has what? More dissolved molecules or particles than another solution. Okay? So we have to have the complete, it's a comparison. So if something's hypertonic, we know that it has more than the others. Just like if you got a child that's hyper, right? Hyperactive, she said, yeah. You want to pop them every now and then. Sit you. Bam. Okay? But versus, that child is just sitting there, minding their own business. They're not running up, they're not sitting at the top of the cabinet, or hanging off the mirror, Okay? All right, hypotonic. So hypo means what? Below, lower, okay? So hypotonic solutions have fewer dissolved molecules or particles than another solution. So it has less solute, whether it's sugar, salt, whatever, okay? It's less of those than the other solution. So in essence, if you know the state of one solution, you automatically know the state of the other one, right? So if you have one of the solutions given to you, you already know what the other one is without anybody even saying anything, right? So then isotonic, we said, is what? Same. I don't record.